Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? As you can see, this is a pretty simple stream for the HO scale. It's been a while. I haven't cleaned off my track because I'm bad at preparing, so if we get some stutters, we might not be surprised. Well, I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if we have some locomotives that have some stutters. Uh Jim Jim not being salty at all tonight is I just wanted to change, and this computer is not the best for multi guests, so sorry Jim that I hurt your little feelings, and I hope everyone else is gonna enjoy the stream. You don't have to, but I hope everyone else does. So let's get some trains running. I didn't have the time to set it up. I will actually take the time to do that. I will plug in my controller into my computer, and we will use Windows to control some of my trains, because it's gonna be actually not Windows. We're gonna use a phone to control the trains. I really like those throttles as well. So we also have a scene switcher tonight, so that's gonna be nice. And in the meantime, is this phone on? Not sure. Yes, it is. And it has some battery. Nice. So we're gonna... start the layout. Oh, right, we need to start JMRI. Decoder Pro. Should work. Yep. And on. Yup. Control is working. So action, start Y throttle server. And now I should have access with my phone, and I'll be able to focus on the chat. To a point, tonight is going to be a pretty chill night, and I'll try to respond, but the chat's already going faster than I can follow. So if I don't get your message, I apologize in advance, but it's going pretty fast already. So all right, now if this works, of course this phone has a ton of notifications, so select from the list what's on the track right now that I could use. I could use, well, the RDC's on the track, but there's something in its way. We're gonna start with the CN, so Blue Devil 4, and it doesn't have power right now. Not this one, this one, this one, this one. Now, if I move, will the other one move? Yep, the consist works. Perfect, we're good. Reference. File name, screen orientation. File screen layout. I want vertical switching. Oh, 3. I don't like this one. I'll go to the other one. So, vertical switching 2. I believe that is the correct one. Yep, that's the correct one. Nice. So, we have this going for us. So, now, the next one we'll select is the RDC, which is via RDC right there. Actually, we'll go park it for now. Not that I don't want to, but 40, 30. We're just gonna move the other train out of the way. And the chat is going so fast already. I'm not checking through the entire chat, so I probably already missed your comment, and I apologize. And I'm not saying that to a specific person, I'm just saying that in general. Uh, so, if I missed your comment or you tagging me, I apologize. I just need to start the trains, get them going. We'll do quite a few train changes tonight. I think I have plenty of trains to run, so we should be allowed to have some. We should be allowed to have some fun. But for now, right. Oh. Stop. Release. Select. The 4030, which is CP. Is not on the list. What? Okay. We'll enter it manually. 4030. Acquire. Oh, I didn't release it from here. More. Dispatch. Yes. Alright, let's move it forward. I don't like this at all. Reference. Vertical 2. There you go. There you go. That's the view I wanted. Oh. And I derailed my motor. Off to a great start. Alright. Alright, we've got the whole train going. This is pretty nice. So, in the plans for tonight, other than frequently changing the train, I did receive the motor for the replacement motor for my locomotive that went bad, my brand new loco. Right here. So we might do that actually. Not sure, but we may. Because it would be nice to have that locomotive running. And I have not installed it yet. I've been pretty busy. Alright, so I'm seeing a lot of names in the chat that I'm recognizing. And we'll go through the chat quickly. Not through the whole messages, but at least say hi to a few. Alright. Well, I'm seeing Holly, so that's the first name I'm recognizing. So Holly, Mustache Mike, RDGK, Jean-Pierre, Jim E, James, David. I'm seeing Dave, the Scots Rail Dave. I think I saw other names earlier that I missed. Lucky Kevin. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone. I'm probably Ed, Caboose, Andrew. Hi, Andrew. I don't recognize your name. You've probably been here before and I just didn't realize it, and I apologize. George is here. Choo Choos and Brews. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone else. Seems to be the list for now, which I'm very content with. I'm very happy, actually. There's already a lot of people again. Chat. Chat is pretty busy, which is always good. And I'm just going to observe the front locomotive. On the turnout right here, there's a... Sometimes she loses connection for a second. I guess not this lap. But it happens sometimes, so I want to check it. I think I know where the issue is. Hi, Raven 0903. Just making sure. Cannon is here. Nice. Alright. Just gonna turn off the AC. It's actually on heat mode right now because I was 3D printing something, and the dry heat helps. Not a lot, but a bit. I do everything that I can to make it better. This time it didn't work that good. Alright, so that is set. Now, so some promises were not made to anyone, but I'm making a promise right now that we will run at least one steam engine. At least. I don't have a lot, I have two, but at least one of them will be on the track tonight. We will run the GG1. It's one of those that I never found the actual locomotive. It never tickled any fancy, but this model is such a nice model of it that I really want to run it. I really like it. Plus my code 100 works great. So we will run a via rail at some point now that my P42 has been fixed. I don't know if Dave is still in the chat, but if he is, Oxguard is what fixed my problem with that P42. So my connection issues were on the wheel bearings, where the the bearings that hold the wheel in the frame in the truck. Those bearings got dirty, so cleaning those, but just cleaning those wouldn't do fine because it would start squeaking or squealing afterwards because it was dry. But putting regular grease would prevent conductivity. So Oxguard did the trick. Just as an FYI. Hi, Mark. Otherwise, I'm trying to think. Other than this loco, it's pretty much going to be relaxed running trains. I believe Fresno Jay said he would be streaming afterwards. If he is, I'll highly recommend everyone to go join him on his show. No, Chuchko only has two. Perfect, Dave. It might not necessarily be the thing that fixes it for you, but on mine that was the issue. I checked, every connection was soldered, everything was good, and changing, what happened around the bearings changed its reaction. So putting conductive grease worked. So just making sure. No, Chuchko only has two steamer. That could be a steam. So again, I apologize for not having more steamers. I had a third one, but I sent it to Dave simply because while it did tickle my fancy, it looked great. I just never felt like running it, especially since it was DC. So I figured since Dave loved it really much, it was a good. It would have been a he would enjoy it more than I did, which he is, and I'm glad. Plus, it's now DCC. It's using the smoke unit properly, everything. So it's just a good thing. You say that, Dave, but you sent me some stuff that was my gain as well. That SD45 you sent me is bonkers. I love it, like, a lot. That and the Go Train engine. That Go Train GP40. I know you sent me more than those two, but those are by far... Oh, no. That fucking green steamer. Oh, my bad. That green steamer... I love it as well. So the green steamer was an amazing gift. The GP40 Go Train and the SD45 are mwah, chef's kiss. F-bomb away. Nah, I try to be more family friendly on this one. Would you prefer modern or steam era or both? I much prefer modern by a lot, but I always do a family friendly. I always do a fantasy style where all the rolling stock is kept clean by the high spent by the companies, and also they keep at least some of their equipment as a souvenir, for museum. So, hi Dougler. So for that reason, I will have a roundhouse at some point here, and I will also have, well, I want a bit more steamers, not a lot more, but at least maybe 1 or 2 more. If I'd have to have 1 more steamer, I want a Hudson. The CP Rail Hudson is such a beauty. Otherwise, I want small steamers. I love those small steamers. But, I want a Hudson. It's so good. So yeah, I prefer modern, but I do have a weak spot for some good steam. And these Mahanos, the one that Dave sent me and the other one I have. Oh, thank you, Dave. Will I get more? If I drop more F-bombs, do I get more money for more soap? But yeah, those Mehanos are definitely great steamers. The one I bought, whoever converted to DCC, because I bought it already converted, didn't put all the pickups properly, so it's really not picking. It only is picking up from one or two wheels from the left side. So I really need to open it and redo it. It's worth it. Yeah, they're worth a ton. I'm not expecting to get one anytime soon. I'd also love a J7A class steamer as a preservation, because there's a real one on display in Moncton, and it's not looking good. Nobody maintained it, and it's looking sad, and I'd love to have a model of it, because that one served in Canada for the military during World War II, I believe, maybe both. I think both, actually, transporting soldiers back from or to their families. And if I can order that locomotive, I will, by having a model of it. But other than these 2 big steamers, which are incredibly hard to get, some small steam, the small steam engines, those are always cute. But otherwise, I'm more of a modern guy. And I say modern. The F units that are pulling on this are absolutely gorgeous. I love a good RDC. I have a bit of everything. The layout itself will be modern. What's running is just whatever I like. What do you prefer, CP or CN steamers? For steamers, CP. For modern, I don't know. They're pretty equal. Ward is in the chat. Nice. Silver Badger as well. Nice. Colleen is here. Nice. Fortunately, Colleen, we're doing HO scale. I know you're an N scale gal, but we're doing an HO scale tonight. I felt like switching it up a bit. But and I say CP rail is my favorite. It's not that I really prefer. It just so happened that CP rail. I also have more CN stuff for both HO scale and N scale, but I think CP rail has more of has more of those special paint schemes or prettier paint schemes. CN has always been pretty bland. They had that khaki green for a while that was not bad. They had the black and white, and now they're the red, black, and white, which is technically gray. It's not even white, which is fine, but it's not, you know, it's not the burgundy and gray that CP Rail had. It's not those fancy, beautiful heritage unit like the one Kevin Pacrul got me. So that's just it, right? I have a Blue Devil CN, and it's only a CN because they didn't feel like repainting it. It's not. Oh, Ian, what's the? Well, there was a massive accident. Is it just? Thank you, Dave. That's exactly it. When I was growing up, I said. Oh, that must have been looking great, Mark. Actually, must have. So yeah, that's. I think. While I model more CN because that's what I grew up with around me, I do think CPRL has some prettier paint scheme. So because I saw more of CN, I instinctively buy more CN. But I do prefer the CP Rail stuff. When I started doing N scale, I actually went CP Rail straight away because I prefer. I think their paint schemes are more special, and then I ended up buying a bunch of CN. So. Who knows what happens? Have you had any problems with side frames breaking off? Athearn Genesis trucks. Not so far. I only have one Genesis, and it's my P42. But the P42's side frame is a little different than the other ones they use, so maybe that's why. Choo-choo's, I haven't cleaned that in months. I really need to get back into it. I've been so focused on the N scale that the HO scale has been completely neglected. I ran the trains a few times for fun on my own, and that's it. I really need to get back into it. I really need to. So many projects going on, it's hard to keep up. I have a bunch of decoders finally for my HO scale, and I haven't done anything about it with them yet. So just make sure they can still drive this train. Oh, well, these trains. So let's. Yep. All right, it's connected still. Kevin Peckrule, I was just mentioning you, actually. I actually was just mentioning you. I was mentioning how the CP rails you sent me in N scale were gorgeous. I mentioned it because I was talking about how CP rail has more special paint jobs, and one of the example was all the heritage unit, like the one you sent me, so glad to see you here. I saw Julian, I think. Yeah. Colleen, it does. You are absolutely right that, holy moly, 47, nice. If I do too much of one thing, I get bored and I need to change my mind. And, but I still love trains regardless. So alternating between scales, which is a full different project, helps a lot. Actually, So that's why this happens. How to replicate limestone scenery on an N-scale layout. Does anyone have any suggestions? Holly, maybe you need to refresh the page. I know the likes on a live stream don't actually update. So that's a... For James, for limestone, I actually have no idea. I need to see limestone in person, which I don't think I've seen around here recently. That would be... Hi, Polizei. Polizei, I think. Anyways. JD, nice. Some love by giving me a like and sub boost this channel. Thank you very much. So yeah, Holly, not Holly, James. For limestone, I don't know specifically, but usually layering colors, starting pale and adding washes does a lot in general. The colors will be the ones that will dictate what type of rock it is. That's fine, Holly. So let me it's already been 30 minutes. Wow, that went quick. I can't change trains right away, but let me I think it looks like rough water. Oh, well, if that's the case, Ward, thank you, by the way. I would just recommend doing a lot of white dry brushing. So, no problem, Mustache Mike. We'll see you very soon. Alright, so, let me find the next train we'll run. Yep, that would work actually. So there's a part of me that wants to work on the SD60, and there's another part of me who know that I will be absorbed, and I will also, so I won't be focusing on camera as much as I should. Plus, if I don't finish it on time, it's not gonna work. You know what? I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna put everyone on the auto scene switcher, and I'm gonna set up the cameras to prepare for the motor exchange. All right. Give me a second there. Yeah. I will need to go upstairs to grab my phone for the other camera angle. I'll be right back. Watch my trains for me. Alright, I'm back. I will start placing the camera angle here. Actually, I think I'll have to do a switcheroo, because this phone is the one that is connected to the computer, not the other one. So, give me a minute, but I will have to stop my trains and release them. Release. Release. Close the app. Close the app. Close the app. Open camera app and set up the camera angle. Thank you very much, Doc. Ward, I have that same feeling as you have. I refuse to watch the news unless... No, there's no unless, actually. I just refused. Alright, so... I need to turn on the camera option. Alright, so... Where is it? Oh, here. Of course, as soon as I turn on the option, setting, I need to stop that. Setting. Why is it not picking up my camera now? It's right here. Activate. It should find it. I'm on the same Wi-Fi. It's... Of course it's not going to work just when I want to show you. So, settings. Activate. It's right... And I can't enter it manually, of course, because why would I? I know it's empty. Okay, so I can. So, 1... Oh. 168. 20. There you go. Finally, huh? Funny how as soon as I manually entered it, it found it. Curious about that. How curious. No, that's not what I want you guys and gals to see. Now that makes more sense. Well, kind of. I want this, like so. Okay. And main screen. And that is over everything. Let's bring it somewhere else. Actually, let's put it in the center. So we can crop that actually. Modify. Where is that button? Whatever. And we'll, can I manually zoom here? Yes, I can. And it's not centered at all. But at least you get to see it. Like so. Alright, let's move these out of the way so you can see. Let's get the trains going again. Not that. Trains. Engine driver. Connect to my GMRI railroad. Select. Same lists. So let's get the CN back going because that one worked great. There you go. Select. CP. Right, it's on the list. $40, $30. Wire. It should move. Yep, it is. Perfect. So, yes, it is sedated and ready for procedure. That is correct, Colleen. Alright. Let's move this out of the way so it can work. I don't even know how much work this is going to be, so we might abandon halfway if it's too much work for a stream. But we'll see. So this one had a set of screw around the rear truck, which is the weirdest part to have a screw. Because it's just in the way. And did I lose it already? Oh no, it's right there. Alright. So let's use magnets to hold the screws. Also has two screws where the couplers are, but those are obvious. There you go. Now get the couplers out. So, come on, get out. Now the front one. It looks like I've opened this shell a few times, huh? Just not. Let's not mix them. Couplers. Like so, and of course it did. Couldn't just stay. It had to blow itself apart. Put the screwdriver back, pull on the shell slowly, and it's out. Right now, the board that's in there is a blank DC board. I have the decoder somewhere here, right there. But we can't install it just yet. This is a decoder because we need to change the motor, which is in the box of stuff there. So how invasive is this? There's some plugs, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's hope that they sent me a motor that has a plug. Let's start by removing the PCB, like so. One, two, three. Now, let's unplug everything carefully. This goes here, there's no plug there. Plug on this side. Please, someone remember for me that it's the front plug of the two on that side. So, it says speaker, so it should be good. Should be easy. Remember, because this one doesn't have a speaker because it's not a sound loco. And, yep. So that PCB is good. It's not the issue. Which one's the motor? This one, I'm thinking. Because that's the only one that goes down that way. That would make sense. Is there a gap pass it through? Yes, there is. So, how do I remove this? If I recall correctly, alright. The whole weight of the chassis can be removed with 2 more screws. One here. I'll put it here, and one here. And I dropped it. Congratulations. I'll be right back. Found it. Let's put it with the magnet so we don't lose it again. And let's get back to this. So now the weight should come off. Yep, it does. How is the motor held in? Is it just... I think there are screws. So I saw some screws on the gas tank. I don't know if it holds the motor or just something else. Let's find another magnet to make sure I keep a tab on what's what. This one. This. These 3 were for the PCB, so I'm gonna have those. And a second one. So. Right. That is the gas tank, or where the speaker would be if there was one, but there isn't. And there's 2 screws there, probably the ones holding the motor in. So far, it's not been too bad. 1, 2. Yep, the motor just got loose. That's what it was. Now, let's get the other motor. My parts tray, it's the magnets holding everything there. That's my parts tray. Yep, it came with a wire. Nice. So here's the replacement motor, which I'm happy that I have. Walters, it was slow to get a response, but once I got one, they were very helpful. So, and they shipped it free of charge, and they didn't overcomplicate anything or made it a big deal that I was getting it. So, I'm overall satisfied with it, with their service. Could have been quicker, but I'll take slow if it means that it works good. Oh boy, popping these off will be a challenge because so, and this one as well. So let's pry this in like so. There you go. Old motor, bad. I'm gonna need to identify that. New motor, allegedly good. Well, we have no way to test it other than just trust that they sent me a good part. So let's hope, hi Gecko. Let's just hope that it is good. Let's clip in. Let's clip in the other side. Nope. Really need to align these two and press it in. Perfect. Now that that's in, let's mount it back. So it was these two screws that I left here. I should actually put the drive shafts in before doing that. Hi, Bam. Is your name after the famous skater? Because pretty good skater. Bam was, well, he still is. He's still actually really good, a really good skater. But he was at the top for a while for a reason. He also did some stupid stuff. Oh man. I don't know who you're talking about, but I have done stupid stuff before. I think we all did, so don't feel bad for doing some. But it's just a skater from the 90s. Really good skater. Really good skater. I have an N-scale switcher. Cal. Oh boy, custom painting is not my cup of tea. I would, the only part that's odd to put in is these weights, the whole chassis weight, because it's how do I say this? There's nothing to align it. Oh, thank you, Mustache Mike. I missed it. I missed your super chat. Shoot. I will go back and scroll up. Just give me a sec. Just want to align this because, like I said, it's a pain. All right, so that's in. And where is, I need my light. There you go. No, the screw is upside down. Okay. Give me a second, I'm just fixing this. There you go. Now it's in the right spot. There you go. Screwed tight. So, we are not on track. Something's going wrong. I've done something wrong already. The truck won't turn. Oh, I know why. My bad. The wire was caught. They gave too much loose in the wires. Alright. Now that this is in place, let's route the wire where they did it, because it was actually a nice little spot for it. So that's good. Put it back the way it was. That. Now I will go check at Mustache Mike's super chat. Is there another part stream? Yeah, I should. I really should. Thank you, Mustache Mike. I'll go on Amazon and shop for that tonight. I actually need to do a whole overhaul of my work area. It's way too small and way too overcrowded. A while back, I bought 5 sets of sliding trays. Not trays, but the sliding things you put in drawers so that it, to set up something. And I want to do a full pull-out drawer setup under the N scale, including a full pull-out workstation. So that's in the plan, but that's a months ahead project. So I wanted to do it, but then I got invested in everything else. As per usual, technically. So this, so it says track, and I'm assuming it's directional. Is there? Yep, it's keyed, so I can't put it in the wrong way. Nice. Is this the right way? Yep, this is the proper way. This one says motor. Also keyed. Which direction is it keyed for? Oh boy. Let's pretend it's the same direction. Hoping I'm right. Yup. The other side says track and speaker, so track is this. And am I in the wrong direction? It shouldn't be. Apparently I was. I think I reversed the side of the plug. Oh well. Not a big deal. Yep. So this will go here. Rear lights, headlights. And they say auxiliary 5, which is... Oh, there was a plug back there. Maybe not. Oh well. If something doesn't work, I'll know why. I was so sure there was a plug back there. Now I have 3 screws that I have right there. Purposefully kept separate. Nope. Alright, so far so good. Hi, Eli. Let's change the decoder while I'm here. There you go. It's good. So let's test it. I don't want to do everything and then have it not work. So I stop that train. And we'll wait for that one to pass. Oh, recorded something. Well, we know the connection to it worked. So, release. Select. In theory, I don't think I may have reset the decoder. Give me a sec. So, wait. Release. Select. Address 3. Wire. I think... No, forward. Like so. Light works. Yep, I reset the decoder. It's on address 3. But it's behaving normally. That's really good. And reverse. Yep, reverse light works. We're good. We're good, guys. And gals. Actually, don't forget the gals. We have a few in the house, and we can't forget about them. So, now I'm really happy. Let's finish reassembling it. And we'll, Oh, right. It doesn't like when I do this. Just give me a sec. I want to check something. Okay. Let me verify something. Okay, perfect. I was checking that I was taking the right screws, and I am. So, let's get this off the layout. Let's put back the fuel tank cover, which is these 2 screws. Now, let's put the shell back on. I just want to make sure no wire gets caught, because that's how you end up with a bad time, when the wire sticks out and gets caught. Fix that. There you go. Shell is on. Now we need to put some screws in again, and this fell off again. I've been pretty unlucky with that. It broke off when I tried to dismantle it, and it's been pretty fragile since. So we need the longer screws. My horn is not liking this, and I feel bad. Longer screws for where the truck is. Oh, the wire got caught in the shell. That's what I didn't want. They are too long. Walters, you made these too long. Which doesn't sound like a bad thing, but after a while it becomes a bad thing. There you go. Now they are out of the way. Truck moves freely, truck moves freely. Everything is in. Screw holds the shell in. There. Come on, fall in. The other one, this side. It's a really weird design to have this there, but hey, it's not something you do often, and it still works, so I'm only gonna complain so much about it. Now, coupler box. Let's put those back on. That was the front one. Oh, they're the same. Alright, so it doesn't matter. Alright, inserted. Let's put the screw back in, and we will have a rear coupler. Hi, Drew. Hi, Russ. Hi, Daniel. There we go. Screw is in. Now let's prepare the other coupler box, which feels a little off. There you go. Now, the final screw. Nope. I need my magnetized screwdriver. Nope, nope. And she's in. Let's go. Hi, Rebel. Just working on the deck, Russ? Working on the deck? Alright. So let's make sure that she still works, that I didn't fuck up something else, and if there's any other fuck up, she's just gonna be, on a break for the rest of the night. Hi, Josh. Alright, so forward, light is on. Reverse, light is on. Remove. Damn right, it works. And it works good. Ah, they're smooth. They are so smooth. Wait, the rear light's not working anymore. Shoot. Forward light is working. Why is not... Okay, well, the rear light's just not gonna get used tonight. I'll check into it tomorrow. I know. I haven't parked the other one, so we need to park the other one first. Let me do that, and then we'll be able to, Gorzaf, that is an SD60M from Walter's mainline. It had a bad engine, but unfortunately, fortunately, I finally got a replacement motor from Walter's, so it's fixed. Let's select, let's release, select 4030. Fire, reverse, and reverse it into the yard. I can actually show you that. I will do that. Let me turn this off and stop the train and take my camera and bring it there. Alright, let's bring up that camera again. And now you shall see the train backing into the sea. All right, let's get the RDC out of the way because we need to program the loco. So I'm gonna go release this one, select the RDC. First. Did I forgot to flip the switch? No, I didn't forget. Nice. Three. Yes. Right. Programming track mode. And which one was it? It's this one. And oh no, please don't. Jeremiah froze. Okay, so let's send the basic that I had. Okay. Oh, I need to put it on programming track mode. Nope, not that. In the meantime, I'll run the RDC because at least you guys will get something out of it. Right, basic. Right full sheet. Right. Motor. Right full sheet. And full sheet. Everything else is good. So now, in theory, if I switch it here, and 6261, which is here. Yep. It works. It remembers. Nice. That is the best part about... Oh, save changes. Alright, so I can focus on the chat now. Oh, I missed another super chat. Wow, I am so bad at this. Didn't you say the swear jar? Thank you very much. I need to really watch myself on that one. Alright. So, the RDC is going great. What I'll do, I will give a few laps to the SD60M. And I'll manually control it to make sure there's no accident. I thought of my turn out. I thought about it. You missed the second one from Mustache Mike. Oh, wow. Give me a second. I think I can see that. Yep. Oh, thank you. A cookie for a job well done. Well, thank you very much, Mustache Mike. I will, I will eat said cookie as soon as I can. Hi, Chuck. So, unfortunately, I can't get my cookie yet, Mustache Mike, because my rear light decided to stop working. So, I think it's just a light. There's a part of me that wants to open it now and just set it up. There's another part of me that just wants to run it because it works and it works good. I love that locomotive, and the motor dying was unfortunate. Can we suggest that CCT get careful attention? My rear light, I said, Holly. My rear light. When it's back around, I think I'm going to open it up. I need to verify that. It was working when we tested it, so it must have snagged something when I tried to close the shell. Can't be that. Thank you very much. Just the one thing I will check, just to make sure I don't kill this motor as well. I still don't think I killed it, but just to make sure I don't kill this motor, I will send another message to Walters and ask them what they suggest for setting for a I'm gonna put back the camera on top of this so that you guys and gals can see it. DRC. What is it? So, I think that is good. Alright, let's turn that camera back on. There you go. And bring it back up top. Let's reopen this, unfortunately. I don't like opening locos in general because if they work good, leaving them prevents you from having any issues. Alright, so one screw out. One coupler box out because I can't keep them together when I pull them out. The other screw. The other coupler box. Now the two annoying screws, which are the ones in here. Again, terrible decision to put them there, but hey. Normally you don't open your locomotive 3 times a night. If it ain't broke, don't fix exactly, but right now it is broke. Unfortunately, the light's not working. And I will get a parts tray, but even if I'd order it tonight, it won't be here tonight, so I will keep using my magnets. At least they're magnets, so there's a reason for the for it to stay. Alright. Oh boy. I'm seeing... I know why it's not working anymore. And the shell The shell caught on the wire. When I said the wires were too long, that's what I mean. The shell caught on the wires of the light, and it broke the wire in half somehow. So this is removable, but I don't remember how. There you go. So, this is a mishap. I have my soldering iron, so I can fix it. That's not an issue. And yes, I do have some heat shrink that I will be using. I just find it unfortunate that it happened in the first place. But again, it's with the extra long wires for no reason. That's what happens. Like so, where is the other? So I will grab my soldering iron, and I will fix that right now. Everything's working great. I don't want to not fix that part when everything else is working. Let's put the shell somewhere it can't fall so that I don't break it. Let's put the mouse somewhere that it won't fall so it doesn't break. Now I need a heat shrink, the smallest one. Do I have some? Oh, yep, I do. Don't want to cut a full length one when I don't need to. One right here. Let's slide it on the wire. Where is the switch? Here. Before anyone asks, I do have a fan going for an extraction fan. So you don't have to worry about that. Yep, not that one. This one's gonna work better. Where is my flux paste? I usually have it right there with me. So that is the flux itself. Not flux, but the solder. Where is my flux? Oh, right there. Let's put on some flux. Oh, hi, BFGR. Alright. So, now, right, let's, that looks pretty good, actually. For my standards, pretty good. Yep, it's soldered on. Let's put the heat shrink tube on to make sure that it stays good. So, and we're good. Now, let's put it back where it belongs, right there. So, let's add some tape there because their tape is not only not... Actually, I can just shove everything in their tape. Now, I'll just add some. This one's just not working. Well, it's not working. I just don't want to lift some tape to put more to, so that it doesn't stick afterwards. Where's my electrical tape? I had some very neat. Oh. I just used it not long ago. Where did I put it? Oh, of course. I'll just unstick theirs and stick it back. Not the best glue I've seen anyways. Full of grease somehow. So, there you go. Now, both the truck wires and the LEDs are actually protected. Because that was too much to ask, apparently. I don't know. LEDs tight in there. It should be. Let's make sure the front truck wires are not getting snipped off as well. Now I can put the shell back on and call it a day. Alright, something's not happy in the back. Won't go in. No wires. Oh, my fault. I put the light at the wrong spot. Needs to be more under there. Needs to be backed out more. According to this, I think. Might need to be completely in, actually. Yeah. And it went back on smoothly, actually. Trucks are moving freely. Nope, not. Always that rear truck. Yep, the wires got caught again. Because they're too long. Again. Come on, Walters. Why would you put so much wiring around these trucks? That's all it does, it gets stuck. Try to bring them in a bit more. Like this. Now they're not sticking out at all. There you go. No fuss, no nothing. It's on. Let's put the screws back in. All 4 of them. Alright. Let's rebuild those coupler boxes. That's the back one. A screw. Just need one. There you go. Rebuild the front one. Insert it in front of the locomotive, which is always the annoying part. The back's much easier in the front because the plow in the front is in the way. The plow is always in the way. There you go. Yep. Come on. There you go. Now it's in. Push it in. Get the screw. Wrong way. There you go. Now, let's put on a track. Actually, I'll put it the other way around so you guys and gals can see the rear lights. Reverse. Yep, it works. That was it. I'll turn off this camera because we don't need it anymore. Where is the off button? Right there. There you go. Let's give her a little victory lap. And I will put it on the scene switcher while I clean up my area. Start scene switcher. Come on. There you go. I need to turn that off as well. Because that right now you can't see anything. There you go. Whoops, this is in the way of my face. For the few that care to see me. Keeping this blank PCB board, because that's always useful. Screwdriver where it belongs. Turn off the soldering iron. Move the whole setup out of the way. Yes. Now, this under there. Turn off the light. So, move the third arm set up, because that was an amazing gift, but it takes a lot of space. Hi, Raven. Alright, so now I can focus on the chat. I will actually park the RDC, and we'll build a train for the SD60M, because it works now. Huh, that is a relief, actually. So, alright. You didn't see the switching, unfortunately. But that's okay. Well, is the auto scene switcher stuck there? Thought it would have switched by now. Huh. No, Julian, that is a Walter's main line. RDGK, nope. I'd recommend joining Discord and seeing in the chat there. I gave updates. They just don't reply to my tickets, so at this point I don't know what to do. And I have another locomotives to contact them about, so I'm not stoked about that. We'll figure that one out later. So let's build a train for that locomotive. Let's stop it there. And we'll stop this there. This one's on. I'll send this one here so that it drops off that set of cars. So release, select 8205, acquire, forward. Motor's buzzing like crazy. RDGK, if you change C. Oh, I forgot to stop it. Wanted to change it to this one. RDGK, I've had good service before with them, and their products, when you're lucky, well, normally when you're not unlucky, they work great. And they're nice. They're really nice. It's just once in a while you get unlucky and, well, it's not so nice. Come on. That locomotive is has a little bit too much momentum. It takes half an hour to start. It's an older engine, so it's a little rough, but it'll do fine. Oh, nice, Great Northern. I hope your buddy enjoys himself. Midsummer, again, most of their stuff is great. I have a few engines from them and I really, really enjoy it. It's just, I got one unlucky that was my fault, which is the RDC, and one unlucky that was their fault, and this one I haven't contacted them about it, but this one's gonna be a bigger pain. Well, this engine's gonna get... Actually, I'll just take it off the track. I don't need it right now, and as beautiful as it is, it's just gonna take too much time to fix. So flip the turnouts. I can release. I'll go grab my locomotive again. SD60M. Reverse. Let's go grab that cut of cars. Including the crane, by the way. I feel Mustache Mike, probably. I mean, every time a major player in a team changes, it always affects every team. So they're probably scattering their brains trying to figure out who to call and what to do, because if it's like every business out there, everybody knows they should have everything in writing and nobody does, and it's always someone who has the contact in their mind. Always. So let's go back to the main screen. And that CN was great, but I think it's time for a steamer. People have been patient enough. If I do that, though, I can't run that whole freight behind steamers because they're not that strong. We'll turn on the track for the steamers. We'll get the GG one out first because that one's in the way. And then we'll move one of the steamers out. Yeah, Holly has been more than enough, patient enough. I don't need to tease her any longer. So release, select my GG1, which is the... I don't know if it's in my... Oh yeah, PRGG1. Why is she not moving? I don't know, but she's working now. I don't see a green GG1 on my layout. I see a black GG1 on my layout, but not a green one. I have no idea, Rebel, actually. No idea. Oh, I forgot to flip the switch there. Reverse. I'm just moving her out of the way so I can get a steamer out. Like so. A bit more. There you go. Stop. Release. Select. This one is 6043. Again, 6043 right there. A beauty of a steamer. Doesn't have sound, that one, but it's beautiful. Kieran, your blue tanker and the train that stopped, what's the name on them? I'm not sure. I'll have to look when they come around. I actually don't remember. Hi, Fidel. I forgot to flip the switch again. And it derailed the pilot. Come on. There you go. Alright, so I'll move it forward so I can fit the GG1 back in place. Come on, move a bit more, a bit more. And she's good there. Release, select, GG1. Move forward. Oh, the CP rail has lost its cars. I'll go grab them. Why does the GG1 do this? I need to tap it for it to move. Once it moved, it's fine. Okay, now it's good. It's a really nice model though. Thank you, Jim, again. I know you wanted to be on tonight. I'm sorry it didn't work out, but thank you for the GG1. I truly appreciate it. It got tired. Yeah, well, it went back to sleep. I think it didn't like being woken up right now. So GG1 is parked for a little while. I will probably run it tonight a little later. But right now it's Steam time. Reverse. And I need to figure out what to do with for cars for this one. And also what to do with the cars for the Blue Devils freight line. So I'm just leaving it here so I can take care of the CP rail one. Actually, let's send the steamer through the big layout. I can park. And that's what I mean, it's missing some pickups. It should have more pickups, but it doesn't. I really need to open that one up and check her out. I hook with the cars. So this is good. Add some weight to and keep alive that GG1s. Yeah, well, Jim should have done that. It was his locomotive. Some nice passenger coaches. I can see what I'll see what I can do about that. Everybody calls it Brunswick green. It's black, so let's just. No promises for the passenger. I'll try, but they don't usually like the up and down, the incline, so we'll see. So I'm not parking the CP rail away. I'm just moving it out of the way so I can run it on the inner loop, since it didn't like that corner for some reason. And let's flip the turnouts before we have an accident. Like so. Oh, wrong button. $24.63. Move it forward. How much space do I have? Just a tad bit more. So I will let you guys and gals know also for the tankers, since you asked. So the black tanker says Irving, the owner of the province. Well, there's been some change, but I'm not gonna So this one says EQ, excellence through quality, UTLX. It never seen that brand before. So I don't know if that that rings any bell to anyone, but that's what it says. Just a little too far. That train is quite long, honestly. It's taking half of the camera. I might take off 1 or 2 cars of that train. You know what? I'm taking the tankers off because I'll run them with this train as well. So let's reverse it so I can take the tankers out. Go grab your cut up cars. Now let's go park that train. And I didn't forget about the passenger Holly, by the way. I want to set up the other train to run first, because at least this one's running. There you go. Like so. That makes sense. Now, we can flip a turnout, turn this off, flip the other turnout, and then focus on the passenger train. All right, let's stop that one here. Let's put a car that I quite like, which doesn't seem to make sense, but it does somehow. So, and this car. And something else that no one has ever seen on the channel because it's new from today. Well, new to me from today. I found somehow someone around here selling something on Marketplace, and I went and grabbed it. While these boxes just says lighting. What's inside is not lighting. It is ta-ta-da-da, some passenger cars. A mid-train dome. You're gonna tell me you already had one? You never have too many of these domes. I just love them. But this isn't the special one. The special one is this one, which has a different tone, apparently. A CN full train dome. So let's put that on track. Let's just run these two new ones and we'll watch them because I actually don't know how well they'll run. I literally bought them today and they have not been on my layout yet. Oh, this one has a wheel that's not running right. Which wheel is it? Oh boy, I can't feel it. That's even more concerning. Let's give the steamer some juice so that she can actually climb the hill. Thank you very much, Crazy Train. Alright, so someone said... Oh, Dave has... I'm watching Dave. You say that it's at 60% right now, so it shouldn't be... It's fine, it's perfect. And she has a hard time climbing the hill. Alright, so... I will figure out why the CP rail uncoupled there and run the CP rail on that track so that the steamer can run on the inside loop. No, it has a problem there. I'll remove the boxcar. Might be extra weight for no reason. I'm doing the track inventory. Do I need to list everything in the V5 set or do I already know? I don't know it on top of my head, but just type V5 set and I'll add it by myself. I can... Kato has some parts list. Kato has the parts list available online, so just put V5 set. 65%. Let's go. I did cap the speed a lot. I saw a set of those exact CN car in N scale on eBay for cheap. Oh. Mustache Mike, you should not send me the link. Are they in Canada or the US? Because that makes a difference, honestly. That dome car. Thank you, Holly. That's why I bought the set, actually. It's purely for that dome car. It looked way too special not to get it. The other mid-train dome, since... Can you send him a link, Mustache? I don't need more cars. And if it's in the States, I'm not paying the import fee, quite frankly. She's slipping, but she's going for it. She went through it. She did it. She can't do more than 2, but she did it. Now, since that works, let's The coupler height is perfect. Why did you uncouple over there? There's no reason to. Probably the US. As cool as it would be if it's in the US, the import fee and shipping is more expensive than the train cars, probably, so. That's a, I have a full dome car yet, and they're pretty cool. Thank you, George. If you find one for cheap, it's absolutely worth it. So, why this one? So, I stopped them. They're not broken. The cameraman frozen. Oh, wrong train. This one. Forward. Let's figure out why it uncouples there. I bet you it's not going to do it because I'm looking at it. Because that section of track is level. The coupler height's correct. And it's a pretty smooth curve, so... No, it's uncoupled. It just loses the pressure. So I'm just going to add one more car instead because these have no problem running. This locomotive can pull a lot heavier than this. So let's bag the steamer in so I can put more passenger cars. Reverse. And I'll find another freight car to put in front of those. I think put this one. It hasn't ran in a while. The infamous Arthur A. Posse. Okay, man, mall trains are like an addiction, rivaled by certain. Always need one more. I will not deny that, but I will also not encourage addictions. No. And this one has. Where is my CPU? Oh, it's okay. This one's nice. Should be fine. Maybe. Centipede power should be fine. Alright, I put another car that I know the loco will be able to handle. Now the CN engine, the CN steamer. Let's see if it gives me the same issue it was giving me on the turnout. If it is, I'll just take out the other steamer. Because both steamer have the same. Alright, so club chair. Alright, so I'm missing. Will it go through or will it stall? It stalled. Nice. Alright, let's switch steamer. Alright, let's get both the GG1 and the other steamer out because they're both on the same track. Place, select GG1. Oh, nope, nope, wrong direction. Shoot. Alright, so let's go grab the other one, please. Green. Right. Nope, that's the wrong one. Please select green. And she's on. That was Dave's gift. GG1. Oh. Let's get that one going forward. Well, I was gonna send you a link. Oh, well, I mean, a good deal on passenger cars, right? Who wouldn't buy a good deal on passenger cars? So, hey, please stop. Okay, I need to reverse you a bit. I'm not surprised, and I understand, Mustache Mike. And my wallet thanks whoever bought it in my place. Alright, let's have this going around for one more lap and then fix the turnout over there. Almost had a collision. I don't know if you guys and gals noticed, but I forgot to flip that switch. I noticed right before. Let's give it a bit of juice and we'll add a few cars afterwards. Alright, actually, let's prepare one or two cars to put behind. Hey, Justin. Now that's a nice train. Now that is a nice train. Is it me or does that camera look a little fuzzy? All better, actually. Hi, David in Score. That's a new name. Welcome to the channel. So far, the SD6TM has been performing wonderfully, as expected. I will look into online for the motor frequencies in case there's a setting I need to put in JMRI on the decoder so that the motor runs perfectly fine, so that I don't burn the motor. It's highly unlikely that it was the decoder, but I still wanna double check. They asked why the pile up on the freeway. I mean, why is there any pile up, right? One bad driver causes everyone else to crash. There might be only one driver here, but he caused everyone else to crash. Not on this one, actually. Not on this one. Oh god, that video. No problem, Josh. Oh, nice. You're lucky. So it's 11:21 where I live, PM, obviously. And we're gonna run until midnight if that works with Jay. Let me know, Jay, if that works for you. We're gonna do a 3-hour stream. I do want to run my VRL at some point. My P42, now I fixed it. If you can start, so if you can start in an hour, Jay, if you don't mind, I might, I might stay up a few more minutes past the midnight cutoff at my time, which again it's 11. So just in case I do, I'd say have a buffer time of a few minutes. And so yeah, we'll if you don't mind, 8 p.m. midnight. 8 p.m. No, it was 9 p.m. to midnight my time. It's gonna be till 11 your time, Dave. Are all good, Karen? Oh, perfect. So, I mean, I'll try to end at midnight my time, and I'll if I extend by a few minutes, you'll know. Dave just realized. Ignore. Yep. So yeah, I'll try to end at midnight my time, and you'll be able to press go live as soon as I mean Atlantic Standard Time. Well, now it's daylight saving time. I mean Atlantic. Math isn't matter. I'm not in Dave's time zone. I'm 1 hour before him, I guess. I'm 1 hour into his future. I can see what's happening an hour in advance. You need any lottery ticket numbers? Since I'm an hour in advance, I can tell you an hour before. Just in case someone would be interested. That dome car is really nice, huh? I don't know if it's a standard one or if it's a custom painted one, quite frankly. I've seen some in N-Scale, but I don't remember seeing them in... Right, Midsummer, you're in New Zealand. Or, are you Australian or New Zealander? I actually don't remember. I know you're from down there, but I'm not sure which one are you from. Because I've watched you and I've watched other people, and one of them was a New Zealander and one of them was Australian. Oh, you're Australian, so the other guy was a New Zealander. Perfect. Still, as someone who's never seen Australia or New Zealand in person, that is my one place on my bucket list that I want to go. It's your whole continent, because I think it's one of the most beautiful places I want to go. Mustache Mike. They're talking about ending it in Canada as well, but it's per province, which is going to make it even more confusing. Some provinces are ending it and some are. I'm glad they are, because they were doing this for the military and they were supposed to stop and they didn't. But in Canada, some provinces are following suit and some of them are not. And I'm not sure if my province is part of that list. But I think what's worse than having it, it's having some places to have it and not some places to not. So it would be absolutely stupid to not have everyone follow suit. Midsummer, I'm gonna call you Greg because I know that's your name. Greg, from every picture I've seen, it absolutely looks stunning. You have so many beautiful places. It is interesting for certain things, but it is just beautiful. I've watched... Well, you guys have mountain biking. Well, it's more New Zealand that has a lot of mountain biking scene. The car scene in New Zealand and Australia is incredibly alive for such a strict area for cars, which what it does is it makes sure that it's only the really passionate people that are into car, which is amazing. Yeah, you guys got a great desert as well in Australia. Yep. No, in general, it just looks like a beautiful place, and I really want to visit it. If there's one place I can go in life outside of Canada, it's there. All right, so let's get the Via Rail going. I love the CP Rail. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, it runs so smooth and so nicely, and it's such a great puller. But Saskatchewan does not change from standard time. Interesting, Kevin. So it's the smartest province so far. Huh. Interesting. That must be confusing at times. Oof. Holly, that is that's stupid. Nope, nope. I don't want to leave it at summertime. I want to leave it at winter time. The actual standard time. I completely disagree with that decision if that's what they're doing. I want to wake up later and go to bed later. I don't want to wake up earlier. And that's what summertime does. Completely disagree. It makes it that it's dark for longer in the morning. Completely disagree with that. Yep, I agree with you, Kevin. Well, not just the kids. For me going to work as well. Well, if they switch that to only summertime instead of standard time, I want to make sure that everybody gets up 1 hour later then. I just want to make sure my train here doesn't hit when it passes by, because it's a pretty close. I might have to remove a car. Okay. That's too close for comfort. Yeah, it's running. So I need to remove it. Yes, okay. Holly, you're lucky. I wish I was retired and doing this. Hi, Slightly Mad Slot Cars. Hi, David G. Welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the group. Right. So we got 2 passenger trains going now. I hope Holly is happy. Next change we'll do is actually remove the steamer. Sorry, Holly. And put the GG1 for the last few minutes. I think it deserves to stretch its legs. I am retired too. Does Australia has a time change for the summer or winter, I guess, over there? Midsummer. Well, Greg. Blue Devil ran a lot earlier, David, unfortunately. Thank you very much. But yes, it is the CN Blue Devil. I just... Emporium. Hey, I didn't do it in a while. After the double one for the Oko, I stopped. All right. I'm only 3/4 in. Yes, we do. Yes, we do have the light saving summer. Okay. But your summer is in December, though. That's where it's different. David, I bought that not by accident, but I bought that of thinking it was something else. To be completely honest, I wanted the SD70 demonstrator blue, and I went at a train shop that had just opened near my place. And I saw that one. I was like, the blue ones are rare. I'm not missing a chance for it. I'm grabbing it. I came home, loved it for a while, and then I looked, I was like, it's missing some white stripes. Look online, it's a Blue Devil, not this SD70 demonstrator. Alright, so you missed it, please replay. You can watch a replay. Let's, the GG one has not ran in a few weeks, so I wanted to stretch its legs. I'm sorry. Oh, it does not do time change because of the time difference between summer and winter is only 1 hour. Fair enough. Except Queensland. Huh, interesting. Yeah, happy little accidents. Yes, actually. And, I'll have to check with that same hobby shop because I believe that they, yes, Santa does wear Speedos and red kangaroos. I believe they have one in N scale as well. They got one in N scale recently. If they do, I might have to snag it up. I don't have enough blue in N scale. I have 2 Conrails, which are really nice. Well, sorry. I have 1 plus 1 shell. Plus I have... It's not a demonstrator, but it's something else. Another patched CN. Oh, Kevin, you have daylight saving. Oh, nice. Another Christopher Cervella. Sorry. A lot of people is joining. Nice. So yeah, that Blue Devil was a happy accident. Good night, David. Thank you for coming. George, you're gonna confuse even more people if we do that. So I want to run the GG1 a bit. Sorry, before the end of the stream. Just like we're running the Via Rail. There were more trains I wanted to run tonight, but I started working on one and time eluded me. That Burlington route engine that Dave sent me I really wanted to run. I put a decoder. Yeah, I'm also in Bathurst, but not the same Bathurst, slightly mad. So, there's a decoder in my NB Southern now, and I need to put a decoder in my CP Rail SD40 and match them. I want to do another consist there. Wow. I just became tired all at once. How big is the H1? With the concrete elevator. Segment with the concrete elevator. I'm not sure which area are you talking about. I can tell you the full dimensions. Hi, Lego. I can tell you the full dimensions of this layout. This HO scale layout, but I don't know what you're talking about for the concrete elevator. Alright, should I mess with the item I used the other night in Discord? Of course, Jay. You absolutely need to. Hi, Teresa Sanchez, by the way. So yeah, to answer the full dimension of this layout, it's 10 foot on this side where the steamer is, by 4 foot. It's a 10 by 4 table. But then at the bridge back here, it turns for another 10 foot out that way, but it's only 2 foot deep for most of it. It just has a wider part for to turn around. So it's 10 by 14, but it has but it's an L shape, so it doesn't take a full 10 foot by 14 foot. Now, the GG1 has done some passenger service, so nothing stops it from being borrowed and pulled the CN cars. So, sorry, leased. Yes, Teresa. Christopher, I used to do it a lot, and I stopped during live streams a while back, and I haven't in a while, actually. But I need to clean it and get back into it. Unfortunately, it's been a little neglected. I used to, and I will get back into it. I just focus on the N scale for a lot. You have a Union Pacific? I don't have any Union Pacific trains, Teresa. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's stop the CN engine. I'll move it with God hands, and I'll put the GG1 on. Thank you very much, Mustache Mike, for that. Alright, so... Alright. I think she's on the track. Select GG1. Let's back her up to pick up the passenger cars. Oh, something's off the track. Well, I can't blame the loco for not running properly if I didn't put it on track properly, right? If it's my fault, I'm not gonna blame the train. And she's gone. There you go. We've got the GG1. It's one of those trains. That loco is one of those that I love, but I don't. I still think in real life it was not a pretty engine, but the model's really good. It's such an odd loco. It looks like a double-headed crocodile, for one. It's so odd. But it's so nice somehow. What is this of Steam Train is that? Well, the one we just ran was a CN, and the other one is also a CN. Those are my only two Steam Trains. I hear a derailment and I don't know where. Oh. Alright, let's stop it. I think the GG1 does not like these coaches, so I'm going to put a bit of freight behind it, because apparently it did both. The most versatile engine ever. I don't know enough about steamers to know what type of steamer these are. They're just CN. I don't know. Jim, but they are. Don't you see that they're black? And have a caboose. Yes, I will do that. Don't worry about it. I will not miss out on the caboose. So, what freight did we put? It's not that I don't have enough. I know what freight. Mustache Mike's Pro car that he sent me. You could say that they are Brunswick breed as well. Alright, so we need a buffer car on each side. Before and after. Otherwise, it's dangerous. Alright, PRR, come pick up your train. And then I'll place the other boxcar for the other end and place a caboose. I don't know which caboose, but a caboose. And let's find a caboose. Let's do CN. It's not PRR, but we don't talk about it. This one has bad couplers. Let's find another one. I have... Oh, I know which one we could put. If it's a mismatch train that we're gonna get a fully mismatched train. I hope the coupler pins are not problematic with this one. Might have to bend it up a bit. There you go. Come on, GG1. Why aren't you latching? There you go. So, a fully mismatched train, but I don't care. I like it too, Holly. Good. Glad you do. Figured it would be different. That's a pretty different and pretty neat little concept. I like it. I actually quite like it. Thank you very much. It's far from done, but I've worked hard on it actually. I spent more time than I'd like to admit. I don't use the standard method. Well, I don't use the ballast thingy. I do it all by hand, but it works, and I like the results as well, so. Yes, James, we are. Let's... Oh, I lost my caboose. It's not the caboose's fault, by the way. The last boxcar, the coupler lost its spring, so... Oh, I need to move it a little bit more. I will try something. Actually, I will put the caboose on first. And then this. There you go. Oh, that was unexpected. Ah, I put it on the wrong way around. This way had, I didn't bend up the coupler strip pin. No, I thought I did on this. Huh. Let's... Okay, well, that's too much. Don't worry, Holly, there will be a caboose. I'm just fixing things. Drug test. Did I swear again? Because I don't have a bleep button now, but I should. I don't remember it. I guess I'm a bad watcher. Huh. What did you do? Make the earth move here? Not tonight, Jersey Bill. The past few days that should have been bad, but not tonight. Thank you, Jay. So there's officially 5 minutes left. I will say goodnight to everyone already. I know I have a few minutes left, 5 minutes at least, maybe a bit more. But I want to enjoy the last few minutes just running the trains and just focusing on the trains. I will actually remove my face to make sure you focus on the trains and not me. And I will still look at the chat now that I can actually check it. But I think we had a good night. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for everyone in the chat. I know subscribed because that's one of the requirements. So thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for the donations as well. It's very appreciated. It will go towards a parts tray, a cookie, and a swear jar. And I don't know when we'll be... me and Jean-Pierre seem to have aligned their things that... Whoa, what the... The caboose is leaning to the side. Wow. Alright, I'll fix that afterwards. Me and Jean-Pierre seems to be alternating, and it's been working great so far. So next weekend will be Jean-Pierre's stream. I'll be on after that. I quite like having a weekend break. It helps me work on the layout. The caboose is leaning heavy. So unless there is a surprise stream during the week, it will be in 2 weeks. Otherwise, expect more videos. I have a ton of work to do, so I will film that and upload that. So thanks for the quiet stream. Did the music stop? Did I forget to put the loop on? No, the music's not. Okay, thank you. So yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Perfect, Dave. Are you up for a while, Dave? We could always talk. And Jim, afterwards. And there's a derailment. That caboose decided to just, music is very quiet. Oh, sorry about that. Jim, I'll join you, and if Dave wants to join us, he's free to do so. Why are you leaning so bad? I will have to look into that caboose, I guess. Discord will be there. Possibly, but I need food first. Yeah, I need food as well, Dave. Don't worry. I get it. Quiet and calm, not loud. Okay, Raven, thank you. Alright, well, I will hide my face and respond to the chat. Because my face is not the important part. Oh, if Jim or Holly or Dave, if someone can link this Jay's not website, what am I saying? If someone of you in the moderator who could link Jay Fresno's YouTube page so we can all jump on his stream for when he gets on after me. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. You probably knew where I was going with this. It's been done. I assumed, but I still want to make sure that people who join later could see it as well. So, thank you. But Jim did it, so we're good. We're very good. Jim's very good. Absent, but very good. Last minute, let's hear... Jimmy sucks. Holly, don't worry. His head's already full with other stupid things to say, so he won't get his head too full of that. And the caboose derailed. So that's my cue. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see y'all again in another stream.